Now, after we already understand the market, the sector, and industry, and then company, the next thing that we really need to take advantage of is understand the market cycle. And I'm going to show you in the presentation. Nothing is permanent. The same thing applies to market and human economies. There's always a time that everything is blooming, and there's always a time that everything seems to be hibernate and nothing much really happening. This is because the underlying fundamental of the market is combined with people activity, people buy and sell, people work, do service, and create a product. And what really drive people is the need, the desire, and human psychology. So if we as an investor understand our psychology, we actually will have a really good advantage investing in the stock market. The market is an indicator of what's to come next in our economy. And also, the news actually follow the market, not the other way around. So, as an investor, please don't invest according to what the news say. Don't use the news to trade and to invest, because actually the news trying to explain what happened in the market. If we are really a good investor, we actually can create the news ourselves. How cool is that? So, as season of life, market have its cycle, and market have fall, winter, spring, and summer as well. Surprisingly, like market cycle and season in nature is the same. This is the proof that really is human that influence the market. And I would like to introduce the four cycle in our economy and our market. So I'm going to start with the hibernation time, the market bottom, full recession. At this point in the market, when you look around in the economy, you see people lost jobs or homes, and then the government trying to spend the money, build infrastructure, trying to encourage the economy. Most of people in the economy and in the market will feel like this is the end of the world. All the bad news will come out, and it seemed like there would no end to this. But there would be a group of company that make money, and normally there would be a necessity product because we still have to eat. So the necessity product will always be able to sell and even sell more compared to other. And then toward the end of recession, it would be technology and finance company, because most of the time the company will kind of picking up that, oh, recession is about to end, the new cycle starting. So they're trying to use this time to update their technology to prepare for the next boom. And the finance industry start to pick up toward the end of recession as well, because this is the time that the interest rate is pretty low. The company or even the government that who trying to encourage the business by spending, there would be a business that benefit from that. They will have to turn to the bank and get a loan. People as well, many people who have a good saving and well prepared, they will start to look into buying a home or renovating their home, because the interest rate is so low. They would go and borrow the money from the bank and do the activity that they wanted to do by borrowing the money, buying a home, do a big renovation. But that's at the end of the recession though. And then the next that come after recession, we call it early recovery, or but then in the market side we'll call it bull market. So here people stop complaining and really accepting that the bad time is here to stay, and we just have to move on and go about do our activity. Surprisingly, during the bull market time, people actually don't know that it is a bull market. Because like many things in life, when we live in the situation or when we live in economy, we actually don't know what's going on until it's past. We only know what happened when we look back. But when we in it, we become it, and we normally don't really recognize unless we step out and really observing, as a good investor have to do. So here, people who live in economy will just go about and do that thing, accepting that the bad time is here and they will have to do thing anyway. They'll start to, because they feel better, they'll start to spend some money on the durable stuff, like buying a new car because they've been trying to save and trying not to spend anything during the recession. So now they feel okay. They go and buy some car, replace a computer, replace a fridge and stove. And in the finance, you will see the interest rate bottom. And it will bring us to late recovery, or in the market, we will see the market top. People start to recognize that economics is actually recovered already. And people will feel like it's time to upgrade. It's safe now. We can go and we can spend money on a little bit more luxury stuff. We can spend money on traveling. And in the company as well, as the consumer start to spend more, the company will also have to buy tool, equipment, and machine to be able to produce the product to meet the demand of people who are spending. So here, the economy, a lot of industry are going to do well. The energy is picking up. People spend more on energy. Industry need to use energy to produce. And the basic material as well, because we use that as a raw product to produce something. And you're going to see interest rate going up because everything is good again. It's not good to always keep interest rate too low. Because when interest rate is too low, also people are not saving. So the interest rates start to rise. People start to feel good again. The market is going to go up pretty quickly and pretty high. But actually, people who live in economy, they just think that, oh, the bad time just ended. People who live in the economy is always a couple steps behind what actually happened. So as an investor, it is very often that not only we live in economy, we have to also have another eye looking above economy and from the observer point of view. And then that brings us to bear market or early recession. Consumer who live in economy, at this point they just recognize that the bad time it just passed. But another group of people who are more observing and who are big investor, the institutional investor and educated investor, they kind of know, they smell it, they know that the market have been skyrocket for a while. They're starting to expect the bad time will come. For the investor, things will not look as good as it seems, but for people and consumer, they may not picking that up yet. So who make money in this situation? Consumer staple and pharmaceutical, food, drink, utility would always do pretty good in this economy cycle, because we still have to eat, we still have to drink, we get sick, we still have to go to hospital, we still have to use equipment hospital. Even though this product would do well in any cycle anyway, but at the bear market, when other industry doesn't do well, money will flow into this industry especially. So And then in the bank and then in finance, we will see the interest rate at its highest. So we start to see the housing might get slower because the interest rate is high. People are not going to borrow money as much because the cost of borrowing is higher. And then that will bring us back to the recession gradually. But as you can see, nothing stays permanent. Even though we're going to go into recession, we're going to come out of recession again. And it's going to be booming again, just like yearly cycle, like the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall. It's the same things. As an investor, we have to be able to spot this and observe this cycle, because we will use this to screen our stock. We will always keep the market rotation at the back of our mind when we do a stock screening. And it's also give us the awareness that even the good thing come, it will pass. The stock that making a lot of money for you, it will also drop when the cycle change. So nothing stay permanent. And this will bring up to the next part, which is stock picking. And I'm going to end the market rotation here and see you again in the class.